Hello students, today I am going to explain alliance or coalition government, and that is in page number 10, 1.5. Coalition government or alliance government. You must have heard this word, alliance or coalition government. Now, what does it mean, coalition or alliance? Now, when any single political party fails to get absolute majority, when any single political party fails to get absolute majority for forming the government, then few like-minded, having the similar ideology, similar ideals, such few parties together they ally and form the government, and such government is called alliance government or coalition government. Now this coalition or this alliance can be made before the election, and sometimes it is made after declaration of result. Now, as I said that coalition government is formed when no single political party gets absolute majority. That means if any party or no party gets absolute majority, that means each party fails to get absolute majority, not the simple majority. If a party gets simple majority, then that party cannot form the government. To form the government, absolute majority is must. Now, what is absolute majority? Do you know what is absolute majority? Absolute majority means a party to form the government must get at least one more than half of the total number of seats. At least one more than half of the total number of seats. Suppose if the total number of seats in the parliament, in the Lok Sabha or in the legislative assembly is 100. That means to form the government, a political party must get one more than half. Half of the total number of seats 100 will be 50, and at least one more. That means 50 plus 1. That means 51. So to form the government, a party must get at least 51 if the total number of seats is 100. It may get more than 1. It may get 72 seats. It may get 98 seats. But to form the government, it should get at least 51 if the total number of it should get means it means any political party to form the government, it should get at least 51 seats if the total number of seats is 100. Understood? If the total number of seats is 500, total number of seats in the legislative assembly or in the Lok Sabha, suppose it is 500. Then after the election, the counting is done, and a political party should get at least half of the total number of seats plus 1 more than half. If the total number of seats is 500, half of the 500 is 250, and at least 251. If a party gets 251, then only that political party can form the government. Otherwise, they cannot. And if no party gets absolute majority, then few parties, political parties together, they form the government, and such government is called coalition or alliance government. So many times in our country we had UPA government, that was alliance government, India government, UPA government, with different political parties together they form the government. One, that major party, national party, and then few other parties. Some may be national, some may be regional, and together they form the government. That means they support, smaller parties support the national party. Alright, up to here, have you understood? Now there are several reasons why the coalition or the alliance government is getting special attention today. Nowadays, at the present situation, alliance government has become very important. It has become very significant in a democratic country because there are some reasons behind. Earlier, coalition government was not seen. Coalition government had no importance before, but recently it is getting its importance, and it has become very significant in the political system of a country, especially in a democratic country like India. Why? There are different reasons, there are different causes. Now here you can see the first point given: due to increase in the number of political parties. Due to the increase in the number of political parties. Nowadays, number of political parties are increasing. Why? Because there are previously there were only the national parties. In the first election, only the 14 parties that contested in the election. But now there are many national parties, many regional parties, many local parties, many parties are there. And so when the number of parties are increasing, then there is less possibility of getting absolute majority by any party. As I said, suppose the total number of seats in Lok Sabha, it is just suppose, okay? I am not telling you the fact that total number of seats in the Indian Parliament, no. Just I am giving an example. The total number of seats in the Parliament is 100, and there are only 3 political parties. And to get or to form the government, a party should get 51 seats. So when there are 3 political parties, that means when the number of political parties are less, then a party may get 51 seats. One party may get 51 seats. Another party may get suppose 20 seats, then 51 and 20, and then rest 51 and 20, 61, 71, and rest by the third party. So it is easy to get absolute majority. But when the number of seats suppose 100 and the number of political parties suppose 45, is it easy to get absolute majority? Each party will get at least few votes, at least one. Is it easy to get at least one, more than half? No, it is not easy. And nowadays, number of political parties are increasing. So many political parties are there, and a country like India, we have the multi-party system and so many political parties. And in such a country, it is very difficult to get absolute majority by any party. and in that situation the coalition government is formed, and that is why coalition government is getting its importance, because number of political parties are increasing day by day, and so no party gets absolute majority, and there is no possibility of getting absolute majority in any party, and so the importance of coalition government is increasing. Have you understood? And then another point, second point, you see, due to decrease in the significance of single political party, due to the decrease in the importance of single political party is decreasing. It has decreased and it is decreasing. Countries prefer more than one party, especially 3 or more multi-parties. Countries nowadays, few countries are having, of course, the bi-party system, and then there are multi-party system. And since the single party, importance of single party system is decreasing, on the other hand, the single of many parties, multi-parties are increasing. And multi-parties are increasing means more and more political parties are coming up, and there is less possibility of getting absolute majority. In one hand, number of political parties are increasing, and on the other hand, possibility of absolute majority by any party is decreasing, and that is why importance of that coalition government is increasing. Then point number 3, that is important. As I said that because of the increase of the political parties, number of political parties are increasing, and so there is less possibility of forming, getting absolute majority and forming the government by any party. And so this since parties are number of parties are increasing and less possibility of getting absolute majority, coalition government has to be formed. Now, when an election is conducted, one election means crores of money, crores of rupees are spent. Now, after spending crores of money in one election, and in that election, if no political party gets absolute majority, then two things can be done. There are two alternatives. One is re-election can be done. Since in first election, in one election no party gets absolute majority, then again second time election can be conducted. But when the second time election is conducted, is there any possibility that in the second time a political party will get absolute majority? Because number of political parties will remain same, it will not come down. So in that situation, is there any possibility, is there any surety, can anyone give any assurance that if the second time election is conducted, if the re-election is conducted, then at least one party will get absolute majority? Is it so? Not at all. So after conducting the election for the second time, no party may get absolute majority. In that case, for the third time election can be conducted, and there also no for the fourth time. And if it goes on this way, as I already said that one election means crores of money has to be spent. So if election is conducted again and again to get the absolute majority, simply the public money will be wasted. And so there is another alternative, that if in the election no single party gets absolute majority, then coalition government is formed. And that is why nowadays, since there are so many political parties and there is less possibility of forming and getting absolute majority, so instead of conducting election again and again and wasting public money, the best way is to form the alliance government. And that is why the importance of alliance government or the coalition government is increasing nowadays. And fourthly, the fourth point is the proper representation of different regions also get prominent importance in forming the alliance government. That means when the alliance government is formed, different representation, it may not be the national party, it may be a small local party, it may be a regional party. So the representation of different political parties, they can take part in the formation of the government. The regional party or the local parties, they cannot form the government because they are not the national party, so they can never form the government at the center. But when they ally, when such party ally the government, then they can also take part in the forming the government and in the administration of the country. So that means the coalition government, so in the coalition government, the small parties also get an opportunity to form the government, and that is why the importance of coalition government is increasing day by day. The first coalition government in India was formed in 1977. In 1977, under Morarji Desai, Prime Ministership of Morarji Desai formed the government in the name of Janata Party. And before that, the Indian National Congress, every time it used to get absolute majority, because that time, till then there were the national parties, number of political parties were less, and so the party, national party, the National Congress used to get the absolute majority and is to form the government. But in 1977, at the fall of Congress ministry, then Morarji Desai, under Morarji Desai, that coalition government, alliance government was formed under the banner of Janata Party. And in 1979, this alliance government, when this alliance government belonging to the Janata Party collapsed, when this government under Morarji Desai collapsed, another alliance government was formed, but it did not survive for longer period. So you can underline here Charan Singh, Chaudhary Charan Singh. Here in this paragraph there are some important things. So you underline 1977, then Morarji Desai, Janata Party, then 1979, that collapsed, only collapsed enough, then Janata Party collapsed, then Chaudhary Charan Singh, alright. Then in our country already I said we had UPA government. Underline this, UPA, full form of UPA is United Progressive Alliance, and NDA, full form of NDA is National Democratic Alliance. And here in the yellow block it is given what is given in the yellow block, that is also important. 2014 BJP government under the Prime Ministership of Narendra Modi, UPA government headed by Dr. Manmohan Singh. You underline all this. Okay students, I will stop for today. And this causes for the formation or importance of alliance government of the 4 points, these are very important. And point number 3 is very important. If at least 1 or 2 points are asked, then at least point number 1 and point number 3 you will get. Don't ignore point number 3 thinking that it is long, but it is easy and it is important. So try to remember point number 3. Alright.